Simpson weaves some magic there, got free. Kick not so good. Casbolt under some pressure with Merritt. And got it, Mitch Robinson. Clever.
I think anyone's going to argue with that.
I think where it becomes difficult for players is when the bloke going for the ball quickly turns around.
And the Blues fans are up early. Cruiser doing well in the ruck. Gets his own ball here. Turns it over. Carnesis ducks out of a tackle and dropped it. Holding the ball.
He's running up and down the spine, coming in the back of this hit out here. He's getting to run in positions by himself. He hasn't been used yet. But see how he's just sneaking out the back door here?
Obviously he has a good tank because he started as a key position direction. They found loose players.
Kicked the last 5 goals of the game, the Brisbane Lions. That's a good mark.
Well, Jason, you talked about it's 21 marks to 6, so it illustrates the different game style between the two sides.
Hampson and White crash the pack. Eddie Betts, position 1A for the Crumb. Kicks toward goal. Oh, anything you can do, I can do better. Eddie.
That is a cracker.
Game, but here he is, the most effective player when he's in the forward 50. He can pick it up. I'm not sure where his direct opponent was. I think he might have gone to ground there, but that's hard. I mean, you are trying to get him in the game. I think he's released from him his defender and went to the contest, and I wouldn't be doing that on any bets.
The one thing I'd say about that is, remember where we showed on the pre-game where the dots were where the kick went to? That's perfectly in that area. It got dropped steeply on Hampson's head.
Hampson edged out of that.
That's a tunnel.
Yeah, free kick. Yeah.
Well spotted umpire, and that's 50.
Oh, 50. He can elect to have the shot from out.
Smart, not very smart from him. Here it is.
This is for 9 now. Bryce Gibbs.
That's a big
wise
hit.
choice. That's a monster.
Gee, that's going to be disappointing from Michael Voss's perspective because the players around weren't paying attention. Plenty of time here. We can see the build-up. This is the free kick paid against Maguire, but it didn't look as bad as some from that angle. But
could never be anything else but the
only thing I can think of is maybe didn't hear the whistle, but yeah, that's again that wouldn't be pleasing Michael Voss because he's left him by himself completely. So but it's a good little comeback from the Blues.
The other thing is
they just need to figure that out because I'm sure Mick, the fine line between that kick to advantage that Brisbane have been doing really well and a bomb just on the top of someone's head with Daniel Merritt coming over the top every time.
Simpson, boots for an outfield combined. Gibbs has got Walker inside 50. Ignores him first. Goes to Casbolt. And too good.
no body contact from Merritt before the ball arrived. He tried,
but they need to clunk a few like that. Certainly the way they're playing the game style, they need to mark as Casbolt has just done.
6 games in his debut season. Did kick a little inaccurately last year with 7-12, but that was never in doubt. Casbolt again. Thumb clear, but he'll be coming back. Dygan from just on the paint. It's only 6, but they'll take it.
Drive to try and turn the ball to the outside, the other areas of the ground, or make a quick switch. It's just not with as much zip and pace now. Just a little bit of bottling it in and professionalism from Carlton, just starting to creep into it.
He was a bit unlucky, Maloney. I mean, he had no other option. He just tried to fist the ball out, but there's an inherent risk when you just punch the ball along the ground.
Yo couldn't take it. Gibbs does. Takes it, goes, gives to Betts.
He's the one, isn't he, Bryce Gibbs, that's really been pivotal for Carlton. And whether it's using the ball or kicking the 9-pointer late in that first turn, here's another 9.
Eddie de Tui. Oh, he strikes it well. Magnificent. Blues are back in front.
You fool me twice.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. But Bryce Gibbs, you touched on it, really good. And this is a really smart kick. Just one of the few times they've lowered their eyes going forward to Eddie Betts. But this is what Bossy would be absolutely filthy about. Just another 9-pointer.
No awareness.
Yeah, that's really poor from the Lions players.
But if you look, what do you want to call it, something else?
No, what was it, LAOIS or something?
What will they do with the Sherrans over there?
County Leash.
What will they do with the Sherrans?
Play Gaelic footy with them?
It's a good grab, Henderson.
It'll be interesting to see if Brisbane can do that again. Another long kick down the middle of the ground, which has been a bit of a pattern.
Carnesis.
Trouble.
Gone. Cruz, a splendid tackle.
Lines are either pounded onto the ground so it comes straight back up, but a couple of times they've come through the middle and the bounce has really hurt them, and the kicks going forward have been pretty ordinary.
Pye was signalling it back that way as though he was going the other way.
So why did the umpire confuse Longer and make Longer think he was actually going the other way?
Not hard to confuse big blokes,
Oh,
mate.
my goodness.
Exactly.
Robinson, in the meantime, it's bizarre.
That was a debacle.
No, it took so long. It was
But it was a free kick against Daniel Merritt coming back with a fly to the ball.
a little bit more breathing space on offer.
Simon White, knee still heavily strapped from that injury early last year. 12-point margin to the Blues.
One of the filthiest looks the umpire after was he's got his eyes on the ball. He's trying to put the fist into where he thinks the ball's going, but the fist did go in low, didn't it?
Yeah, I think his eyes are on the ball, but he hit him in the head. So
You're being a bit kind there. He disguised a punch to the head.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
He's not trying to knock. Have a look at this stare, though.
Yeah.
After this, he glares at. Look at this glare at the umpire.
I'm not sure whose direct opponent was, but it was pretty handy for Maguire to get his foot on the ball there, get it out of Murphy's area.
Rich
and Judd at the
going to Judd.
Yeah.
Oh, umpire says a push.
You can't afford them.
Against Stephen Martin, Matthew Cruz.
Make another determination in a second. He's a nice kick of the footy for a big fella.
Absolutely. Margin back to 12 in the shadows of half-time.
Carlton fans love him.
Now he looked over the shoulder there.
And he just ran into his back, didn't he?
He knew where he was coming from, that's for sure. Watch him look over there.
There's the look.
And where's the ball land?
I'm not sure why Martin had to do it, because the ball was going over both their heads.
I think that's a fair free kick.
Yeah, it was poor ruck work by Martin there.
Well, Cruz had to prop or he would have run under the footy.
Absolutely.
Bumped on the kick. Digan gathers and goes.
Good chase.
Perfect pass as well. And here he is, Rowe. He plays for 50 and gets it. Sam Rowe from the goal square.
I reckon
For money, bury him. Just do something, but just don't buy it. What, is he suffering from that? No.
Well, I don't think the expectation was he's going to give away at 50, otherwise he put
You had him at Sydney for a little
Sydney,
while.
really good kid. Probably just one of those boys who just probably wasn't quite ready for the rigours of AFL football. He didn't have a great engine, but he was immature in a sense of a football sense. Really, really good kid, and so happy for him. And hopefully he does play in round one, because it is a great story and a really good guy.
We have a look at that. That's not 50, but he reached out for him.